So Trisha Paytas has had a very few interesting weeks, hasn't she? First she had that public fight with H3H3, then she had some sort of scandal with Nikado Avocado, is that how you pronounce his name? And now she wants to face off against PewDiePie. Except that never happened, did it?
Not only am I the most hated person on the internet, the most well-loved person on the internet hates me too, and now this is the nail in my YouTube coffin. And I watched it, and my first watch through, I was just like I am an awful person. It like had me hating myself too. I was like, wow, yeah, I suck. I just suck. I was ultimately flattered. I'll say I was honored. It was almost like SNL, like making fun of you, right? Like there is a certain status, right? PewDiePie being the #1 YouTuber, like kind of making fun of your videos. Like I thought he was clever. The ending was, I felt very flattered. I thought it was like, I laughed out loud at some parts. At myself. No, at his commentary, I was like, oh, that's really clever.
Sure, if any other channel smaller than PewDiePie made fun of Trisha, she'd freak out and make a million videos about it, but PewDiePie takes the piss out of her and she's flattered. Interesting, isn't it? But I digress. It's been a difficult time for Trisha. And no doubt she's going to freak out even more when she sees this video, because of course she'll see this video. She probably Googles her name, like on the daily. But the real MVP of it all is her kitchen floor. That floor has seen some shit, man. But she's finally gone too far and made the biggest mistake of her entire career. She tried to come for my boy, Keanu Reeves. Really, Trisha? You think you can come onto my platform, into my temple, on the day of my daughter's wedding, and disrespect me like this? Nah, disrespect God? Just look at this garbage video that has disgraced my recommended. I do know she's trolling, by the way, but can it still be considered trolling if everyone thinks that your joke is cringy and dumb? Now there's a riddle for the 21st century. If you troll and everyone hates it, does it make you the idiot?
Wow.
Whoa.
I read an article this morning on BuzzFeed, and really it was...
Trisha read an article on BuzzFeed, whereas Keanu Reeves has read Simulacra and Simulation. Yeah, somehow I don't think that you two have anything in common.
all over my Twitter feed, so it kept coming up, and I was like, should I respond to this tweet? Should I quote tweet it? But it kept coming up, and I was like, maybe this is a sign from above. And I was just like, instead of quote tweeting or posting it on my Instagram, I decided to use my largest platform.
My largest platform. No one do anything weird with that clip.
Keanu Reeves. Fine. Okay. I'll date you.
No one in the history of the entire planet. Trisha, fine, I'll date you. Can you hear that in the distance, guys? I think I just heard Jason Nash let out a sigh of relief so big it's currently causing 80-mile-an-hour winds around Calabasas.
My timeline, my feeds, everything has been filled with Keanu Reeves is lonely and he's all alone all the time, and that if he ever were to find love, he would cherish and respect her. I dug a little further to see if this was a real news story or something made up, but this was something he said in a Q&A.
Actually, his publicist said that it's made up. It wasn't a real article. Wasn't a real quote. By the way, thanks to all the millions of people who sent me that same article on Instagram. Like I wouldn't have already seen it. Trisha is so committed to the role of pretending to be dumb that she actually deletes some of her own brain cells to give her stupidity authenticity. It's called method trolling. Look it up, sweetie.
Recently. And then I also read that he thought his time to be a father has expired as he is 54.
Real talk for a moment, you do realise that Keanu Reeves had a child who was unfortunately born stillborn, don't you, Trisha? Or are you so dim that you fail to notice that particular detail that comes up every time you search Google for Keanu Reeves? So are you just dumb? Or is this entire bit in incredibly poor taste?
Look, Keanu, if I can call you that, my name's Trish.
Every time she says Keanu, I just have this wild urge to fly out to wherever he is to make sure that she's not already wearing his liver as a hat. But then I remember he's John Wick and he's fine as long as he's carrying a pencil.
I live in LA. I don't ride motorcycles. I'm not opposed to them. I'm scared of them, but I would ride it for you.
Imagine The Matrix Reloaded, but instead of Trinity riding the motorbike, it's Trisha Paytas.
I'm 31, so in Hollywood years, for a girl, that's about 54, equivalent to a guy. So we're basically the same age. I too feel my expiration date for having children is almost over.
Nothing about Keanu has an expiration date. Have you seen this image compilation of him? Fine wine wishes it aged as good as Keanu.
But it's not yet for either of us. I love the sad Keanu memes because I too am a sad Keanu inside. I too sit on park benches eating alone constantly.
I don't think she's trolling here.
I also further read on BuzzFeed today that you don't leave your house rarely. And neither do I.
Yeah, still not trolling.
You feel like sometimes you live in a cage. As do I.
Trisha, that's because you're like something we'd find in a zoo and observe for scientific purposes.
I too am lonely. I too want loves that I can respect and honor. I don't know if those are his exact quotes, but respect and love. Keanu, I'm the perfect woman for you.
Yeah, try again when you've read something with more depth than the receipts for your frivolous materialism. Keanu Reeves can casually recite Shakespeare like it's nothing. Meanwhile, Trisha recites whatever nonsensical excuse she's come up with to claw her way out of whatever scandal she's currently in this week.
Like I said, relatively the same age in Hollywood speak. 31 for women is basically 60, so I'm actually a little older than you. I'm not an Uber fan. Yes, I think you are damn sexy and mild and just like my... I even wore a bra today for this video. Mostly I don't wear a bra.
Having tits is not a personality trait.
I didn't put makeup on, but because I felt the urge to put this out there as soon as I can, in fear someone else will put their video out there and offer to date you. But hopefully you'll see mine first.
Imagine Keanu Reeves goes on the internet one morning and finds Trisha Paytas' channel. He'd probably end up breaking out of the Matrix again, just to try and get away from Trisha as far as relatively possible. When you have to change dimensions to run away from the crazy.
Because I feel the connection. But here's the kicker. I've actually never seen one of your movies. I can name the movies you've been in.
Wait, hang on. She's never seen The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down. Trisha, are you good?
All of this to say, Keanu, I'm single, I'm lonely.
Trisha Paytas, I'm single and I'm lonely. Surprise Pikachu face. I think the entire internet knows that by now, Trish.
But most importantly, I connect with you. Look into my eyes.
You take the blue pill. The story ends, you wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, and I show you how Trisha Paytas pretends to have an opioid addiction for views.
Do you feel the same connection?
I take that last bit back actually. She's clearly so high she can barely keep her eyes open.
If you do, thumbs up this video and leave a comment below when and where our next date will be. I'm available next Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday.
Yeah, right. Trisha sets up a date and she never turns up. And then we're treated to 10 videos on why she hates Keanu Reeves and he's the worst. And she's trying to be a better person.
You're welcome, and thank you for your consideration.
That was probably the worst ad for online dating I've ever seen. 2 out of 10 would not date again. One good thing about this video though is it did get 10,000 dislikes. I am so proud of this community. Trolling is only good if you could actually fool people. It doesn't work if everyone thinks you're being an idiot. It just reminds me of how Leafy is here would always hide behind the guise of, my video's satire, it's satire. But I don't think he understood what satire actually meant, because what were his videos satirizing? Being an arsehole? It's not satire if you're just being an arsehole. Trisha, it's not trolling if you're just being stupid. Oh, the video's meant to be a joke, but it's not a very good joke though, is it? Because what is the punchline of the video? Is it that Trisha Paytas is single, lonely and undateable? Actually, yeah, that is pretty funny. Trisha, if you see this video, I'm just trolling. It's all a joke. Learn to take one. Don't freak out on me and do 10 videos crying on your kitchen floor. That floor has seen enough. Think of what you're putting that poor floor through. That's all for this video. She's probably literally gonna flip out if she sees this, but it's just banter, fam. If you want to be a joke, then you can bloody take a joke. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.